If you've ever been to Paris, you probably enjoyed the beautiful and romantic architecture throughout the city. You probably visited the Eiffel Tower and maybe took a river cruise down the Seine. But while strolling down the Champs-Élysées, you might not realize that below your feet in almost every part of the city you've explored are a network of tunnels that contain the bones of millions of people. While Paris was still a Roman city, quarry tunnels were made outside the city to mine the limestone that was used to grow the city to the point that these tunnels were directly underneath. It's believed that about 200 miles of tunnels were made, although only a small area is open to the public. Although these tunnels were originally only meant for mining, the French found a use for them in the 18th century when cemeteries started to become overpopulated. These cemeteries were overflowing to the point that the open graves and unearthed corpses started to spread disease and sickness to the still living residents around them. To solve this problem, police and priests began moving bones out of condemned cemeteries to the renovated area of the quarry tunnels. These relocations were done between 1787 and 1814. The catacombs now contain the remains of 6 to 7 million people. One of the fascinating things about the catacombs is that rich and poor were both stored in them with little to no distinction. There are some prominent Frenchmen whose remains may lie in the catacombs, including Charles Perrault, Salomon de Brosse, and Simon Vouet. However, it's impossible to know for certain who all rests down there since there are no grave markings. After some time, the catacombs became a popular place to visit among royal families and other important people of the time. Eventually, the tunnels opened up to the general public and have since become a popular tourist attraction. Of course, an underground labyrinth of tunnels filled with the remains of millions of people has attracted more than just tourists. The hundreds of miles of uncharted tunnels have also attracted secret societies and others allured by the mystery of the catacombs. One of the documented cases of such was discovered by police in 2004 during a training exercise. During this, police stumbled upon a fully equipped and operational cinema and restaurant in an uncharted cavern. Police returned to the area 3 days after discovering it with experts to see where the electricity for the theater was coming from. However, upon returning, they found that the electricity and phone lines were cut. They also found a note saying, "Do not try to find us." It was speculated that this theater could have belonged to a secret society or sect. A group called the Perforating Mexicans claimed to be responsible for the cinema, but this has yet to be proven. Some must question why the group would leave a note telling the police not to try to find them, then confess their responsibility for it publicly. A man named Patrick Alk claims to be close to the group, and claims there are a dozen more where that came from. You guys have no idea what's down there. Whether or not you believe his claims of connection to the theater, we must admit that he's right that the public has no idea what's in the miles of uncharted labyrinth.